All right, it's cold out now. So today was actually a pretty dense lecture. Starting off with a discussion on basically there's like an output cache for optimization in Python, in which there's a space in memory that stores information that's to be output later. It doesn't just output one thing at a time. It stores it, and then once the program's done or whatever, it decides to it executes or flushes is what it's called, all of it out of the what is it called, something memory queue or something, or buffer memory output buffer, terminal output buffer, something along those lines. Other than that, we talked about scripts and importing modules and executing scripts, and underscore name underscore equals main being the equaling main if it's the script or a script, and we need to now do that for all of our programs that we write going forward, because the textbook needs to check function calls, and it can only do so if within the program, the actual program is under the if main, or if name is main. So it can check function calls and outputs separately. Function calls and name separately. We talked about dynamic typing versus static typing, and polymorphism of variables and parameters in Python. Duck typing. Print functions, void functions, mathematical functions, just writing functions in general. It was interesting. I actually got the lowest, so far the correct answer being the lowest percentage of the class getting one of these questions that we do with the in class with the PowerPoint and multiple choice questions. One of the correct answers was 5% of class. So me and one other person potentially got this question right, but that was about choosing abstractly, conceptually, which part of the program to write as a function, or which one is best to be written as a function. So interesting. Writing functions modularly, or incrementally, and modularly. Function calls within expressions, function calls within function calls, and surely I'm forgetting something. Yeah. All right. What a camera angle. Print mathematical and other info about functions. Temporary output buffer. That's what it's called. Flushing. Exit function we talked about briefly is a function that kills a program. Print function, void functions, importing modules, executing scripts, name main, textbook. Reasons for defining functions. So simplicity, easier reading, easier debugging, being able to work with other people and accomplish basically different parts of the program at the same time, reusability, and being able to change the program quickly in one space without having to redundantly change a bunch of different things. So reduce redundancy, less errors. I don't know. I think that's most of it. I feel like I'm missing something though. I think that's a good amount for now. Calling functions and expression, mathematical functions. So he also noted that his preference is to not have to only have one return statement, or aka exit point, from a single function, just for sake of debugging. But not everyone agrees. Some people think it's easier to debug potentially with multiple return statements in a single function. So, all right, that was a lot of recalling. That was probably the longest lecture recall. so far. So that's it for now. I'll talk to you later today. See ya. All right, welcome back to computer science. I think yesterday we started lecture 19, which is on functions that contain loops and conditionals, if I'm correct. I don't think we took any notes on it yet, though. Functions with branches and loops. All right, then I'm gonna jump in. And I'll be back to recall what I learned in a little bit. All right, there were no notes for that. I just continued working through a lot of these practice problems, challenges, participation activities for the unit about function containing branches and loops. Nothing really new. It's branches and loops just under or within a function. So that's it for now. I may or may not be back later for an abbreviated session, a shortened session. Probably not, but possibly. So talk to you either later or tomorrow. See ya.